So plant-based living is, meditation and ahimsa are two main aspects of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, and both go hand in hand. If you do meditation, then you come into total ahimsa. If you're into total ahimsa, then you have no other option but to come into meditation. So both go hand in hand. So that is what we are talking about over here. And when we talk about ahimsa, when we talk about plant-based living, we are talking about becoming a wholesome, totally plant-based living person. So let's talk about compassion first. Compassion talks about being kind to one another, being kind to our, neighbors, our fellow human beings, our animals, our Mother Earth. Well, we need to check our actions. We need to check our thoughts. We need to check our intentions. Are we really being compassionate and kind towards one another? That is the core of plant-based living. Compassion is the core of plant-based living. And I believe that Mother Earth loves her children very much, all her children. So when her children are suffering, Mother Earth suffers. And if she suffers, we all suffer again. So that's, we are all interdependent on each other. It is called interdependence. So we need to understand that we are coexisting with each other. We are interdependent. We are not independent of each other. We are very, very, very much interdependent. It's all a cycle. What we give out comes back to us. So if we make our animals suffer, it will come back to us in every which way. So if we create suffering for animals, it will come back to us. If we create suffering for human beings, our fellow human beings, it will come back to us. That is a basic principle that we all follow. Whatever we give, it will come out to us. So when we talk about plant-based living, we are talking about compassionate, conscious eating habits, living habits. We need to, let go of our meanness. My habits, my beliefs, my thoughts, my opinions, my taste, my understanding, my limited thinking. It's all about my. But when will we start really thinking about what animals want? When will we start becoming the voice of the animals? So when we cause suffering for the animals, it causes multitudinal damages. First of all, our human body suffers. It is not healthy for our human body to have any kind of animal protein within our body. Because when we create suffering for the animals, all their traumas, fears, emotional traumas, mental traumas, physical problems, everything, all those traumas get into our body. So when they get into our body, we can't be healthy. The basic reason why we take animal protein is to be healthy. But when we are taking all of those fears into us, the prime purpose of taking those animal protein is getting beaten up. Because finally we are not becoming healthy, we are becoming more and more sick. So if we, if we cultivate a habit of plant-based living on fruits and vegetables and pulses and grains and nuts and all that, then we will be much and more healthier. We do not need any kind of animal protein whatsoever. So it is damaging our own health. We are damaging each other. We are being unkind to each other. We are not being compassionate to each other. When we are taking animal protein, we are becoming more and more of an animal rather than more and more becoming of a human being and then becoming a superhuman being. We have evolved from mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom into human kingdom. When we consume animal protein, we are becoming more and more of an animal, and which is what we are taking a step back on the evolution part. So that is the reason. That is one of the more reasons. There are many reasons for us to go plant-based. But what we do is we find excuses not to live a plant-based life because of the meanness. The meanness is there. No, I don't think so. Then why did that person say? Why did he not say? Excuses. We give ourselves excuses. Why? Not for the animals, not for the environment, not for the Mother Earth, for us, for the meanness. We need to lose our meanness here. I, me, mine, myself. That is what we need to cultivate. So when we consume all these animal proteins, so-called animal proteins, we get those in the plant kingdom. The animals eat the plants, get the proteins from the plants, make them in their body, and that is why we consume them. Why don't we take the middleman out and directly go to plants? In this way, we can avoid all kinds of animal protein. When I say animal protein, I say meat, eggs, fish, dairy, honey. All these 5 are consumed from animals, which we do not need. We do not need any kind of animal protein from any animal. We take all these for health reasons. But let me tell you, they're going to work in the opposite direction. Your purpose is not going to get fulfilled here. So in a way, we are damaging our own body. We are damaging the environment. So much of animal agriculture is happening around. Deforestation is happening. All the dead bodies are being, landfilled there. All the heads cut, all the blood is oozing out. Everything is being, doing the landfilling. And we are spoiling the earth, spoiling the environment here. Millions and millions of animals are being bred artificially, not naturally. We need to stop the funding of these atrocities. When you give money for meat, that means you are asking someone to kill it, kill the animal. When you're funding for eggs, you're asking someone to give them injections again and again and again to give more and more and more eggs. When you're giving money for fish, you're asking for them to finish off the marine life. When you're giving money for dairy, it means that you're actually asking them to kill all the male calves, to have them impregnated forcefully over and over and over again. And once they're done with it, you throw them in the garbage, you send them to leather industry, or you send them to slaughter for beef. India is the largest producer of leather and beef, thanks to the dairy industry. And who is supporting dairy industry? Who is funding it? All of us. Just imagine the population that we have, how much of milk each and every person consumes, the whole world, and how much breeding should happen for the cows, how much artificial insemination has to happen to the cows, and how much suffering they have to go through. We are actually using the motherhood of a cow for the meanness. No one should be able to use a motherhood of any animal, any being. We are using the reproductive organs of a cow or a buffalo, and we are killing the male calves. Go to any dairy industry, they do not have a single male calf there. So that is what it is. That's what you're funding. When you're having a cup of coffee with dairy, curd, ghee, sweets, chocolates, ice creams, all of these can be replaced with plant-based milk, plant-based diet. You can have coconut milk, walnut milk, peanut milk, cashew milk, almond milk, all kinds of milk are there, oats milk. We have so many options there. Why do we have to go and fund for violence? Why? Why do we need it? Why do we need? That's because of the brainwashing that happens when we are children. Our parents do not know. Our teachers do not know. Our society does not know. They just follow what is being said in the advertisements. The lobbying business. We do not need any animal protein. As simple as that. And then we are giving our money to honey. I'll ask you one question. Why do bees go from flower to flower to flower to thousands of flowers collecting nectar? Is it for you or is it for me? We say honey is healthy. But then we are accumulating karma by violating their rights, by stealing their hard work. They make honey for themselves. We work for ourselves. We go for a job, we do business to earn money for ourselves. Nobody can steal our hard work. But then we think that it is right to steal anybody's hard work. Let it alone be an animal. I don't care. I want my health, the meanness. So much of atrocities are happening in the animal industry. It is time to put an end, a full stop to all the animal suffering, all the animal cruelty. And that is part of the diet that I'm talking about. There's another aspect which I will talk about, plant-based living. When I say plant-based living, I would like to say, do not use any leather, silk, fur, wool, or animal-tested products, my dear friends. Nothing from animals. We don't need any animal product whatsoever. We don't need anything from animals. When we need anything from the animal, that means we are making them slaves. We are making them machines. We are making them objects. We are making them products. We are making them do everything that we want. Because of the meanness. We need to learn to coexist with each other. The only thing that we need to take from animals is love and compassion and companionship and friendship. Just because we are taking care of them, it doesn't mean that we have the right to take anything and everything from them. They are not here to serve us. They are not here to be our slaves. They are not here to be a machine for you. We do not have any right to use their bodies for any reason. Do I have the right to use your body? Do you have the right to use my body? No. No. I'm sorry, no. Don't we say that? So then, how do we have the right to use their bodies to cater to our selfish needs? We call that needs, but they are not really needs. They are desires. Because we are the slaves of our tongue, we are the slaves of our mind, we are the slaves of our habits, we are the slaves of our own selves. And because of our slavery, we are imposing our slavery on those animals. We are imposing it on them. And how is that righteousness? When we meditate more and more, we need to become more and more righteous. That is what meditation does. You become more righteous. You become more good, more kind, more compassionate, more inclusive, more understanding, more communicative, more telepathic. That is what meditation does. We need to understand the animals. We need to communicate with them. We need to listen to their heartbeats. We need to understand that they are also emotional beings. They also have feelings. They have thoughts. They play, they laugh, they cry, they laugh, everything they do. Just that we can't see it in the way that we do. They speak to you. We just have to have the ear to listen to it. So, my dear friends, plant-based living is the need of the hour. I request everyone to become plant-based. Take a decision right now to not to impose your slaveries onto other human beings or other animals or Mother Nature. Please don't destroy the animals' lives. Please don't take off their freedom. Because remember, what you give to others will come back to you. If you make animals suffer, you will suffer. If you take off their freedom, you will be taken off your freedom. Please be mindful of what you give to others, because it will come back to you. It will come back to you. So please respect the animal kingdom, respect the plant kingdom, respect the mineral kingdom, and respect Mother Nature. And this month we have the Earth Day on the April 22nd. And I request everyone to take an oath this April 22nd, because we are encouraging everyone to send their videos across. That is what you will start, what you will continue, and what will you stop from this Earth Day onwards. So be mindful of what you're consuming, be mindful of what you're giving to others, be mindful of what you're vibrating, what you're putting inside your mouth. Because what you put inside your mouth becomes your aura. And that is what we need to be mindful of. We need to do meditation, more and more meditation, so that we can become more and more compassionate, more kind. So, my dear friends, that is what plant-based living is all about. Let us not destroy our own bodies. Let us not, brainwash others, tell others that, this is something good, this is something healthy, because we are actually brainwashing others and asking them to destroy their own bodies. And we are destroying the animals left, right, and center. We are using them left, right, and center. Remember that we were also at one point of time animals. There's my favorite saying of Confucius, when they say, don't do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. I repeat, don't do to others what you don't want others to do to you. So be mindful of where your money is going, what you're funding. And also, I would like to add one more aspect of this. Say no to circuses, say no to zoos, say no to any kind of animal transportation, any kind of animal usage, the tangas, and in India we say tangas, the bullock carts, making them carry the donkeys and the horses, we make them carry our luggages. Carry your own luggage. Walk on your own 2 feet. No horse racings, no horse competition, no races, no competitions of animals. Nothing. We don't have to do anything for animals. All we need to give them is love and compassion. That's it. So become an animal lover. Please become an animal lover. Because if you're an animal lover, then you will not use them in any way. Because they are our friends. We say that they are our friends. But then when we go back to our home or our office, we have a cup of coffee. Or we use something which is coming from animals, like meat, fish, or eggs, or dairy, or honey. We wear leather belts. We buy leather wallets, leather purses. We wear silk saris. But we say that we are animal lovers. How does that count? Be mindful of what you're purchasing. Be mindful of what you're eating. Be mindful of what you're using. What are you giving your money for? Your money is powerful. Be it 1 rupee, $1, 1 pound, it doesn't matter. Your money is very valuable. Be mindful of where you're putting it.